Yaps. It's in the name. Boys, girls, it's happening. COVID, apparently, it's back. Yikes.
Is
She's even like, wait, am I reading this right? Oh, shit.
the Wuhan virus back?
Wait, hold up. What did you just call it?
Is the Wuhan virus back?
No, because that's not what it's called. The China virus, the China flu is back.
In recent weeks, several Asian countries have reported a surge in cases. This mainly includes Thailand, Singapore, and Hong Kong.
Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong. Each of those areas have large distribution where they're putting shit on freights and sipping that shit around the world. And I don't mean the products, I mean their sickness.
They have reported tens of thousands of cases in recent days. Many people have lost their lives. Now, governments are speeding up vaccinations and urging vigilance. What about
This is the issue with like what's happened now is I feel like the trust for government and mainstream media is at an all-time low. So you're telling me people died. Well, over here in America, people died of COVID too, but then when you dug into what actually was going on, they had so many comorbidities where it's like, did COVID kill them or were they already going to get taken out? Or what's even worse is there was cases where people had COVID, got hit by a truck, and then they got listed as COVID killed them. Are we sure COVID killed them? Or was the truck going 40 miles an hour or 60 kilometers an hour?
India? Cases have seen a moderate rise in India as well. So, should you be worried?
No.
What is behind this uptick of Wuhan virus cases in Asia? And 3 years after the pandemic, where does the global preparedness level stands? Here's a report.
Where does the global level stand? Well, I can tell you what's going to happen here in America. If they try to give us another 2 week shutdown or, the government come in and say, hey, we need to take control of the situation so that this COVID doesn't spread again, nobody's going to listen. Nobody. Even the people that support Trump. If Trump came out and said, hey, we're going to shut down for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, go enjoy some golf, go have fun, enjoy the holiday, no one's going to actually sit there and listen because of what happened the first time around, right? We cannot. I mean, I live in the South, right? So things did shut down. It did get a little scary. But in Georgia, it wasn't. There were still people outside selling margaritas, doing Mexican food. Like, it didn't shut down like it did places in California or Oregon, I'm sure other parts of the world. But with the trust being at an all-time, and I mean an absolutely all-time low right now for the government, there's no way that, at least in America, we would adhere to another shutdown.
The pandemic pushed the world indoors. Between 2020 and 2022, it killed millions of people. But is it making a comeback now?
Wait, did it really? Hold on. Now I'm having trouble believing this chick. Normally I like hearing her stuff, but I feel like this is kind of propaganda. How many people died globally from COVID-19 from 2020 to 2021? He said millions, which I could see globally, maybe. Total expected, and this is from the World Health Organization, so it's like, wow, the World Health Organization estimates 14.9 million excess deaths with a range of 13.3 to 16.6 associated with COVID-19. Okay. That's crazy.
In Hong Kong, a new wave has begun. Infection rate has jumped from 1.7% in mid-March to 11.4%.
That's a big jump. I mean, we look at this, that's a big jump.
In just the week ending May 3rd, 81 severe cases were reported, with 31 deaths. This is a one-year high for the country. Cases are surging in Thailand as well. Last week, more than 33,000 cases were reported, with at least 6,000 from Bangkok alone. The total has more than doubled from the week before. Meanwhile, Singapore is witnessing its first major spike in a year. More than 14,000 cases were reported in the week ending May 3rd.
Nice shirt. Sick.
Up from the week before. So why are cases rising again? Experts attribute the Wuhan virus resurgence to a range of factors, like waning immunity, fewer booster shots.
This is where I don't. It's like, what? You think it's because of the booster shots? People not going out there and getting the booster shot, so they're more likely to get the disease. Man,
And increased vulnerability among high-risk groups, like the elderly and unvaccinated children. Experts
okay, so this is the issue: is like the elderly for sure. The elderly just naturally are going to be more susceptible to getting sick. And I guess kids with the immune system that's not fully developed yet. But there's already been studies out there where kids were not affected. And if you were a healthy individual, you exercised, you ate clean, you drank plenty of water, you probably weren't going to get it. And if you did get it, it maybe put you on your butt for a day and then you're moving back on, right? Like nothing like just kind of like a mild cold. This is where it's like, I have to take everything online with a grain of salt. It's like, I don't think vaccinating the kids and vaccinating the elderly is going to be the way to get over this. I think promoting a healthy community and a healthy society will, right? Like, if we go back and look at vaccines and medicines and the real root of it all, it's like, they're not as good and altruistic as you think. Even the one for penicillin is kind of insane. You look at the history of
say
it.
that there are no dangerous new variants. The cases have been attributed to strains descending from the JN1 variant. This was first found in August 2023. JN1 has about 30 mutations. The most common ones are being found in the recent cases. And experts say that the current variants are not more severe or contagious than earlier ones.
Then what are we worried about? If this new COVID 3.0, is no different in mortality rates and like effectiveness, then what are we stressing about, boys?
So while there is cause for concern, but no need to panic. After all, the Wuhan virus is not going away.
That's not what it's called. The China virus.
It is evolving, making its return every now and then.
Yeah, just like
So
the
as
flu.
health authorities are
And the
urging
cold.
vigilance, governments are speeding up vaccinations. What about India? Cases have seen a slight uptick in recent days. Currently, there are at least 257 active cases.
257 active cases. Okay, hold on. How large is the population of India? What percentage of that would be 217 people? Let's see if I can. Okay, this isn't even 1% of the population. 0.0000014. If you want to round up, 0.15 have COVID. 217 people out of approximately 1.4 billion. I don't think India has to stress at the slightest bit.
The highest number of cases come from the state of Kerala, followed by Maharashtra, where 2 deaths have been reported, and Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, but I want to know if it's just 2 deaths. Give me the age and like all of the comorbidities that they had.
India is closely
This was some 90-year-old Gandhi-like guy. Then maybe it was just his time.
monitoring the situation. After all, preparedness is key, and the world has made some progress in this area. After 3 years of negotiations, countries have adopted the pandemic agreement. They signed off at an annual meeting of the World Health Organization. This is only the second time in the WHO's history that an international agreement has been reached. The first was the tobacco control deal in 2003. Of course, the US is not part of this agreement, having withdrawn from the WHO after Donald Trump took office.
That's honestly a good thing because the World Health Organization really hasn't been about health. It's just been about compliance and making money and getting all of you guys to take their boosters and take their medicine to keep you sick, right? They never want to fix the issue. They're just going to put a Band-Aid over it, kind of numb the issue, and then provide more issues. And then guess what? They're going to give a solution to the problem that they created via vaccine or more drugs.
May dim the treaty's success, but this legally binding accord is a positive step. It requires countries to take steps to prevent, prepare for, and respond to pandemics, with rapid sharing of data on new diseases and improved accessibility of vaccines, masks, and other crucial supplies.
Masks don't work. We've known this forever. The masks don't work. I feel like this is just straight up propaganda towards India right now.
Across the globe. And for the first time, the WHO itself will have an overview of this, while execution on the ground
Yeah, I
could
don't
be
trust that
another
at all.
battle altogether. This accord comes at a crucial time as Wuhan virus persists and evolves. It is a tangible example of strengthening prevention, international collaboration, and taking lessons from the pandemic that changed the world as we knew it.
At First Post, we are choosing to hold on to accuracy. That means we won't always be first. We may not get you your breaking alert, but what you will get is what we owe you, and that is the truth. Verify.
Yeah, but if that's what you're telling me right now, and from what I heard in the video, this wasn't the truth. Well, I mean, I guess it may be the truth that the World Health Organization is trying to do the overview. Okay, maybe they are trying to tell you the truth in their eyes, but some of this is like the mask, like propagating for masks and pushing for more vaccines. I just don't think is the right solution.
Checked and cross-checked. We rely on sources and verified ones. After all, that's what separates a journalist from a loudspeaker. But sometimes even we miss a beat. And when we do, we will tell you. Like yesterday, we ran
That's a good quote.
visuals from a registered news agency. That visual turned out to be fake. So we are taking accountability. And from now on, we will cite the source of every visual, every picture, every video that you see on First Post will have a source mentioned. That is our commitment
She had to swallow there. She's like, shit, really? Every single one?
to you. We will wait, we will verify, we will ask again, and only then will we tell you. No noise, no panic, just the facts. Because right now, that is what the country needs most.
Nice. Do I think COVID 3.0, 2.0 is going to be a problem? No. Do I think it's going to be a problem in India? Obviously not. It's not even a 1%. It's not even hitting a 0.5% of the population. It has a long time before it does. Maybe, you know, Singapore, Thailand, whatnot. But my solution to this would be just focus on making that country healthy, making the people there as healthy as possible, right? And I'm not talking about them having to be super jacked people, but just better understanding of actual nutrition, getting rid of all of these studies that push different kind of just different propaganda so that they could sell you a product. Like, so important now to do your own research, to listen to experts who are, I would say, the newest experts, because they're going off of all, they're piggybacking off of all of the decades of research and innovation. Like listening to a post from the 70s, or like a, let's say, a study from the 70s, you'd have to cross-check it now and see if it still holds up. Because so much of these studies from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s were just paid for and brought to you by Pfizer or different companies like that, Big Pharma, Big Food, like. And obviously I'm speaking from here in America, but these companies sell globally, and they sell globally to all of you guys. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think COVID's going to be another issue? If they tell you to take 2 weeks away from work and just stay inside your house, are you going to listen? I'm not. But as always, I challenge you guys, make somebody laugh today. Spread some love instead of hate. Make somebody laugh instead of cry. Be the light in someone's day instead of casting a shadow over them. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.